Hello, everyone. We just wanted to take a minute to hop on here and recap our Monday morning mindset call.
Yep.
We meet every Monday morning at 8 a.m. and we talk about what's happening in the market. So, Chip, what's a couple things that we talked about today that we just want to recap, put a bow on it, and till next week?
Yeah, well, the first thing we looked at was just kind of the slowing of the home equity, the home valuation process that drives equity in the market. And it doesn't mean that necessarily prices are declining. It's just the market is slowing a little bit to the level where it's more sustainable, it's more comfortable, it's probably more rational than it's been in a long time.
Yeah, I use the word leveling out. We're seeing a leveling out of the market, which is really a really important conversation to have with your sellers.
Absolutely.
Right?
Just explain it.
Okay.
Set the expectation.
What was the second thing we talked about today?
Second thing we talked about was interest rates, and of course, rates declining a little bit. But more importantly, how can we use the conversation around rates, equity, amortization, market appreciation, all as a way to show that there are ways that people can buy homes, and it may not be actually the terrible time they think it is to buy. It could be a fantastic time to buy.
And we also talked about that declining interest rate on some sellers that may have bought, or clients that may have bought a couple years ago, where interest rates may have been 7.5%, pushing that 8%.
Yep.
Might be a really amazing opportunity to reach out to past clients, just letting them know they may want to take a look at that, and if it's right for them and their family, they might want to look at refinancing.
Right. The cost of it, can they save money? What does it look like over time? And how does it contribute to their overall goals with their house, right?
Absolutely.
Yep, love
and
that one.
what did we see today in the millennials and what will be happening in the next 5, 10, 15 years? Because I think that conversation was incredibly important.
Yeah, so one of the things that we saw in that, some of the recent data shows not just what future housing is going to look like in terms of the amount of homes that they're going to be selling every year. I think this went out to starting in the year 2030. But it brought the millennials into the conversation. And I think it was a group with 73 million people fall into that category. And something like, wow, what was it? 20 to 25 million potential home purchases.
Yes.
Out of that one age group, spread out over the next, say, 20, 25 years. And every year, if you just average that out, I mean, in addition to what we're going to do in the market, that could add roughly another million home sales. So now we're consistently talking about 6 million home sales a year. Demand is going to shoot through the roof.
Yeah, and actually we saw one graph that even showed it up in the upwards of 7.1 million home sales.
I mean, now we're talking about historical heights. But actually, if you think about it, historical heights, that could sort of become the norm in the market.
Absolutely.
Kind of we don't hear about that much, do we?
Yeah, and I think for real estate agents, so when you hear that information, in the next 5, 10 years what's going to happen. I think as an agent, I would start looking at your marketing. Who are you marketing to?
That's right.
What do you want? What's that avatar? And I hate the word avatar, by the way, but
Right.
What does that avatar need to look like for you online so people reach out to you when they're looking to buy in the next several years?
I think, one of the things we talked about on the call this morning, shoot videos, but more importantly, shoot videos with your lender partners.
Yes.
Let them talk about the money side, and then you tell the story of how that money can go to work for them,
Yeah.
and how it can play into their overall goals with housing, how it starts changing things. And we even took it down a little bit further about future pacing this. Don't sell that first house.
Right.
You're setting the stage to start building a portfolio of rental properties, and maybe it only becomes a portfolio of 2. It's still about building wealth through equity. And, now you're talking about life-changing things.
Yes. So what I'm hearing, Chip, is it's a great time not only to buy, but also to sell if you're possibly thinking about listing your property.
Absolutely is.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here today. That's just a really quick wrap-up. If you're interested in learning more and going more into depth about these conversations, we meet every single Monday, 8 a.m., 8:30. It's on Zoom. It's in the comments below. Feel free to jump on every Monday morning for Monday morning market mindset.
And a lot of the classes I teach in the Market Center will do a deeper dive into some of this stuff too.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much.
Anything
Have
we
a
can
blessed
help
day.
with, let us know.
Just ask.
Bye.